today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, 45 yards. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Houston, and even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive. And they'll begin by running the option. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Mack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. 53 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Able to slither by. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are pouring it on. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up a...
They go play action here on first down. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not.
Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, 44 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And some room to roam now. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Buying time to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people make...
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. 60 yards. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about...
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Gets around him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Nifty move. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marvin Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, 92 yards. And the Texans have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances in the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage.
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marlon Mack, 91 yards. yards. And the Texans extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had at the ball.
Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
A little juke. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 44 yards. And the Texans add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 50 yards. And the Texans have got it on cruise control. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact,
they'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Houston, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the